Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 4, Episode 5, Breaking Glass. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host. Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman? Hi, I'm Clio.
Hey, Clio. I forgot that snowman's name. I'm terrible.
Olaf!
Olaf. Yes, I shouldn't have called myself out on that, because we probably could have just skipped that, whatever. Down below is Rachel.
My new drinking game for Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? I saw that going around.
I put that on my Facebook too.
Drink every time an Elsa visits your house. That looks like an amazing drinking game. I wonder how many parents would be drunk. And for some reason, down below is Spider-Man.
Yes.
AKA Heather.
Hi.
Who's
it's the only twig.
Now you guys know that Spider-Man is really a woman.
I bind my boobs well.
Mm.
Damn!
So, what is everybody up to?
Building snowman?
Eating cake.
We had snow up on the mountain.
We're scheduled for snow this weekend, actually.
Really?
Yes. We just got, I don't know how many inches, but my daughter's already asking to go up there.
Aww.
Excellent. So what'd you guys think of this episode?
It was really good!
I'm so happy.
Able to put some of those pieces together.
Yeah.
I was, as I said before show, I'm just really glad that they finally cleared up that they were following the Hans Christian Andersen story.
Right.
And not Narnia.
I guess they could weave some of the Narnia in there. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they've overlapped too.
I mean, they're technically overlapping Frozen right now.
Yeah. But it's definitely got a very strong sense of the book, which is
well,
good.
if the talking lion comes in, we know that it's Narnia.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that the Snow Queen's barefoot?
Yes. I did notice that.
I did not.
She is. She is barefoot.
Is she always
barefoot in her
barefoot?
ice cave.
I don't know. I'm like, I've never noticed it before.
Her little bare toes were poking out of her dress.
I was like, that bitch crazy.
How do you know she's not wearing, like, open-toed shoes?
No, she had no.
Yeah, I mean, there was no visible shoe on her.
Oh,
you just saw her toes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go back now and watch all the episodes that she's been in to see if I can notice this. I know that one that she's only at the end I could skip because we don't see behind the counter. We don't see her feet anyway. But I'm curious if she's like that throughout Storybrooke. Like,
well, I would assume when she's a citizen of Storybrooke, she
has shoes on.
Maybe.
I think it's just when she's,
in her Snow Queen costume?
Yeah, in her ice cave in the Snow Queen dress. She's got her feet.
Yeah.
So, this week, the title is actually the most surprising part about it. It's a direct reference to the Snow Queen turning Sydney against Regina. Here, I thought that we were going to have his mirror destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you guys end up thinking of his betrayal against Regina?
That was
about time.
I was mad at Regina for not seeing it coming.
I know, Zai. I mean, he kind of was acting weird, and he wasn't acting quite Sydney.
He was being snarky.
He hasn't been acting
overly snarky towards Regina.
He hasn't been acting Sydney since she put him back in the mirror.
Well,
I think he's obviously been looking for an escape.
I don't think it's so much he's used to doing her evil deeds, and she's not doing those.
He's not doing those anymore, yeah.
He's a little evil himself, but also, highest bidder, who's going to get him out of the mirror,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Clio, I can see why Regina let it slip through the cracks. She's got a lot on her mind. She's got the whole Robin Hood thing going on. She's dealing with that. And the fact that in the past, Sydney has been blindly in love, following her no matter what.
Yeah. No, I know. But he was getting a little snippy. Mm-hmm. He asked for quid pro quo, which he's never done before.
Mm-hmm. He tried to beat her at her own game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he failed miserably.
It's true.
And then he won.
It's true. But I was actually very proud of Sydney. I thought it was really awesome moment for him. And can't wait to see where this goes, because this is definitely going to play into her a lot more.
Yeah, because he's free.
He knows a lot.
Can do whatever he wants. Yes, and he knows a lot.
He knows a lot, and I think the Snow Queen's kind of keep him under her thumb, because I don't think there's going to be attachment, so why she just let him leave.
But I'm hoping that he decides to turn back at some point, because we know the Frozen arc is only supposed to last 10 episodes. So, I don't want him to go away with the Ice Queen. Like, I want Sydney to stay around, so...
I don't know if he left. He left her castle, so...
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't think she cares.
She doesn't want him. She got what she wanted out of him, and that had nothing to do with Sydney himself.
It was all about the mirror.
All she wanted to do was get the mirror, to get the shard, to
put together that bigger mirror.
The actual mirror.
Yeah. So, but we learned a lot more of her motives this episode. We know that she wants a family. And she wants to force them to care and love her.
She's talking about Emma, though.
Yeah, more or less, indirectly. Yeah. You know, as we found out at the end of the episode, we see that the Snow Queen was part of the foster care system. I think that was one of our speculations, right? Did somebody mention that?
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about her being
the friend.
Yeah.
We weighed in on both options. We said it had to be one or the other. I forget.
We all
was it? I think it was Omi, actually. I think Omi was the one that pointed out that she might be the foster worker.
Foster mother.
Yeah.
Foster mother.
Yeah. So, I was really surprised with that they went that route, because the girl Lily that they had in this episode, she was literally just some random girl, and
I don't know.
So far,
I can't believe that. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's Once Upon a Time.
Because when she said they adopted me, but I don't belong here. They're not my family. There was just something about that. It's like, you don't belong here.
Right.
I almost, and then when Hook was watching, it almost maybe it's like, what was Bayfowler's mom's name?
Balefire's mother.
I couldn't remember.
It's the woman that went with Hook.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't remember her name now.
It started with an M.
That's what I thought it did.
Mira or Mara or something like that. I don't know. Maybe changed names, just like Bayfire changed his name to, you know. But I mean, I don't know. She gave me that
though.
She got that. I got that vibe from her for some reason. That could have been.
You're saying it is the mother?
I'm thinking it might be Bayfire.
There's no way.
There's no way. She's dead.
Impossible. Because of the timeline, she was.
Oh yeah, she could have.
She was dead 1,000 years before that, right?
Yeah.
Because Hook is 700 years old.
Screwed up, anyways.
Yeah, Hook is like 700 years old.
The only reason they're alive is because they were in Neverland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Mila.
She has something.
Lee is saying in chat, it's Mila. That's what it was.
There you go.
Okay.
And the star wasn't that a tattoo? It was like a scar or a burn. So there's something to do. They didn't show that just for, hey, I'm going to show you this.
She'll come in later.
Yeah.
And then her character will make complete and utter sense to us all.
Yeah.
It'll be something that's so obvious that we're like, oh.
There was just a lot.
We're dumb.
Like, we had all Emma flashbacks this episode. We had nothing from the Enchanted Forest. This
no
is
Hook.
Maybe, the second time that we've ever had Emma flashbacks?
There was a little bit of Hook.
To this degree?
Not enough Hook.
Yeah, a little bit. Not when she's younger. There wasn't, there was one couple when she was really younger. But
there was the scene we saw last season.
When she first met Neil.
Left her.
When she first met Neil, there was that whole thing, but I believe there were even occasional flashbacks to the Enchanted Forest in those episodes. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like this was the first episode that had no ties to the Enchanted Forest. And I believe, what it was the episodes that Emma had the flashbacks in, she was in the Enchanted Forest. That was in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That I think that's what that was.
Have anything from when she was in the foster system, really, except for when Pinocchio left.
Right.
No, there was one scene where she watched a younger blonde girl get adopted by a family.
Yeah, that was this season.
Other than that, she
Was
doesn't
that this
really.
season?
No, you're right. I think that was the end of last season. Maybe not the finale, but it was one of the Neverland episodes.
Yeah, other than that one episode and the ones
the-
with Pinocchio, there hasn't really been any talk or thought of her days as a foster kid.
Right, and I believe it was the same actress, the young girl that played. I believe they carried her over from that actual episode.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But this whole thing with Emma, it really just like it didn't sit right with me. Because I'm like, what happened to Emma's superpower about her being able to tell when people lie? How did this girl pull a fast one on her?
Maybe the superpower didn't wake up until she was...
Yeah, it wasn't developed yet.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing with fairy tales is the girl has to reach 13 or 16 or 18. You know, there's
also,
a specific...
She wasn't really lying that much.
No.
She didn't belong.
This is true, too.
She was in the system.
You know, and when Emma asked her, was that somebody from the service, she didn't say yes or no.
No, she
left it to Emma to believe what she wanted.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Emma wanted to believe so badly because she wanted a friend so badly. She was willing just to overlook that. But there's something going on with that girl.
I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of her.
No, they left way too many breadcrumbs.
They did. That scar, though.
If that is the case, of her superpower is not developed yet or whatever, I really hope that that's something that they eventually do go and explore, if that is the case. Yeah. She may already have it at this point. Like you guys said, she wasn't actually lying. She was kind of dancing around the truth. So if that's the case, then maybe that's how it was avoided.
Yeah.
But if it is something that she develops,
I
need to see it. Because what actually would be cool is if... Because we know the Snow Queen has taken Elsa's memories, and it looks like she probably took Emma's as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't remember any of that.
Right. Either that or it was just from so long ago that she doesn't recognize her.
No,
but what would be really cool is if the Snow Queen was the one that gave Emma this power to begin with.
Maybe.
Wasn't the Snow Queen talking to Regina? Was it Regina at one point making sure that Emma didn't remember?
No, it was Gold.
Yeah,
there you go. It was Gold. So it could even have something to do with Gold.
It could.
Yeah.
It could.
I mean, Gold's known who she was the entire time.
Or she just knows he knows the secret because he knows everything.
Gold had been tracking her for a while because he knew exactly where Henry was. He knew what child to adopt in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I mean, so Gold's heavily tied into it as well.
Mm-hmm. And we already know, based on, 2 episodes ago? The Gold and the Snow Queen have like some kind of relationship of some sort. So they have some kind of deal going on. So I wouldn't exclude Gold from being involved in this at all.
If he doesn't have his fingers in it, he did something to cause the
ripple effect.
Things, just things. He just did put a little pebble in the pond, and just gradually got bigger from there. Yeah,
and I mean, as awkward as the whole Lily flashback thing felt to me, it was necessary because it had a very nice Regina parallel.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And we got to see that through the length of the whole episode. And then we had that moment with Emma and Regina where Emma's just like, I truly want to be your friend. And
it's not because I feel guilty, it's because we're the same.
Yeah.
No one gets her the way Regina does.
Yeah.
They're very, very similar.
Of loneliness, that feeling of despair, no one gets that.
Right. Yeah, they're very similar. They both have powers, to a degree. Like Regina has light magic. We know this. She can use it. Yeah. But she's not familiar with it. And we have Emma, who at the same point, she has light magic. She's not familiar with it. Neither of them really know how to wield it properly. Emma can't control it at all.
Right. Emma did a pretty damn good job tonight.
Well, that's all...
She's focused.
Yeah, that's all focus and emotion is a lot of it, too, with her. Like, it's when something catastrophic is happening. Like, you even saw that when what was it, back in Neverland?
Mhm.
You saw Regina and Emma on the bridge, and Regina made the bridge collapse. It wasn't in Neverland, but it was at the Neverland portion of the season.
Right.
And the Emma starts falling with the bridge, and she makes like this little like wooden dragon that she's like riding up or whatever whatever the hell she made. So it's all like in the moment kind of like stress, emotion feeling, So, but yeah, I really like that whole scene with Emma and Regina. Is probably my favorite scene this entire season thus far. Thought it was really well done. But with all these the Frozen characters and stuff right now, we're halfway through. We're about halfway through because they did some finagling with episode 8. So I guess I'll just say it now, but I was going to say it at the end. Episode 8 is actually going to be 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It's going to air an hour earlier. So instead of starting at 8, it's going to start at 7. And it's technically, even though it's billed as one episode, it's technically bringing the season up to 23 episodes.
Yeah.
So
that's a long episode.
Yeah, it's gonna one title card. It's just a super long episode. So I feel like they pigeonholed themselves into this corner, and they had to tell a story with a certain amount of time, and found that they couldn't fit it in, and asked for more time. That's really the only thing. That seems logical to me. I don't know why else they would need to fit 23 episodes. I don't believe it was ABC going to them and saying, "Hey guys, can you guys pump out an extra episode?" I don't think it was that.
No, probably not.
So
no, they probably begged ABC.
Yeah, and ABC is probably
Please
like,
read this
yes,
script. It's really good. It needs to do an extra hour.
Yeah. So technically, that's going to be 11 episodes for the Frozen arc, but we were told initially it was a 10-episode arc, and episode 11 is going to be setting up the next villain, which is Maleficent. Before they go on their winter break. So
Yay, Maleficent!
But we're halfway through the Frozen plot, and it seems like we're getting more questions at this point than we're getting answers. Do you guys feel that they're kind of pigeonholing themselves?
They're really
here?
setting us up.
Yeah, do you feel like it's like? I feel like we should have some answers.
I'm sure we'll get a couple things answered within the next couple of episodes before the winter break.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely
like
going to be
almost
leaving us with a bunch before they go.
It seems like almost a really slow ramp up. I guess ramp up. I'm ramping down. It seems like a really slow ramp up. And I have a feeling like shit is just going to hit the fan in right around episode 8. I think that's what's going to happen. And stuff is going to go down. And it's just going to be jam-packed, and we're just going to be like, oh my god, I can't take it all in this fast.
They're trying to get, the Frozen in here, and then they got the Emma knows the Ice Queen, then they got the Ice Queen. They're trying to get them all probably to get into one road instead of being off on their separate roads.
Yeah.
Before they just blow up. They kind of have to get them into the same spot before they can answer everything. Yeah. Because if I have to guess, the Emma knowing the Ice Queen, and then the Ice Queen possibly being Elsa's aunt, and all this other stuff, it's all connected, and so they all have to be in the same spot in order for it all to make sense. Otherwise, it's not gonna. You're gonna be left with more questions.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm feeling like we're worse off than Lost at this point. Like we have way more questions than we have answers at this point. And Lost, like, you felt that way through the whole show, but I feel like Lost gave us more answers right now than Once is giving us. So
I don't know.
I don't feel that way.
Very subtle hints. Like we have what? We have the storyline with the book going on. Who's the author of the book? Right. We have the Frozen line going on, which we're dealing with. Who's the Snow Queen? Where's Anna?
Well, right now the whole book thing got put on kind of the back shelf because of the Maid Marian thing and her trying to find.
Well, we have Marian. We have how did Elsa get into the jar exactly? How did everybody wind up in the correct timeline as us? And there's too much stuff going right now that we don't have enough answers to.
I think we'll deal with the book and possibly
the book is going to be over-arced to the entire season.
Yeah.
We know that much.
They're not going to deal with that until after the Frozen stuff's done.
And like we have Henry now, who's in the pawn shop. Like we didn't see any of that this episode, right?
No,
it's like,
we didn't see any of Henry.
Yeah, it's like what's going on with that?
It was focused mainly on Emma and the Snow Queen this episode.
It's just there's so much going on and not enough of it. And like another character that I really feel that way is Will Scarlet. They're just like little tiny breadcrumbs, and they're just teasing us so bad because I just want to see more Will. I want Will, like the entire episode. I want to be about Will, and they're giving us like little minute fragments, and it's driving me insane.
I think they're gonna do more of his once they introduce Maleficent and stuff because he has a lot of tie-in with that and the Robin Hood thing.
Yeah,
that's true.
Makes sense.
So I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of him. I absolutely love the actor, and I love the way he plays.
Yeah, Michael Socha is amazing, and I love the whole ruining of Charming and Snow's date. You know, having him escape the jail, and then Snow finding him and thinking, what was that?
They're not in Asgard.
They're not in Asgard. Lee actually makes a comment, and he said, "Did you notice that when David said Asgard, it was a reference that the actor was in the first Thor movie?" Did you guys catch that?
Oh my god, that's true. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
I just see Zachary Levi now. In that role.
Yeah, so that was really, really kind of funny play on words that he was able to throw in there, and it made sense with what they were doing, so it wasn't like a complete inside joke, and the fact that they can get away with that. Not that they couldn't say Asgard anyway, but they can get away with that even more because it's Disney and Marvel and all that fun stuff. So, but then when we had Snow believing that Charming actually let this petty thief out of jail so she could find him and kidnap him, and as the mayor of the town, she's able to pardon him and like.
I know, he's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Well, I'm the mayor." He's like, "Yeah, yep, that's exactly what happened."
That's exactly what your husband did.
I'm married to the sheriff. You're married to the blonde one? No, that's my daughter, the other one.
He's just like, "What?"
That was really funny.
No, I adore that character. I loved it in Wonderland, and I'm so glad they brought him back.
Yeah. I need more. I need more of him. We lost Heather.
Oh no!
We lost Heather. She's gone. She's gone forever. She's never coming back.
Like, I don't even know what just happened.
Oh, look, it's Heather.
Like, everything just died.
You just made a liar out of me. I said you were never coming back.
I was never coming back. I didn't want to. You offend me. Your face is just so...
offensive? Yeah. So... I feel like there was not a whole lot to talk about this episode, and I have a feeling that a lot of that was because
there was a lot to talk about, but there wasn't at the same time.
I feel like a lot of it is the flashbacks, because there was just so much about Emma's past.
There was a lot of flashbacks, and I don't know.
There's still a lot of holes in that whole thing. Like, you saw the police and everything. How does she still have the camera of all the footage of a camera that she stole? How is she able to keep that camera?
Oh, maybe she put it in her backpack.
Yeah, I mean, she did have her backpack.
Or maybe the Snow Queen planted it there.
Oh, could be. That would be. I'm sure a lot of people don't pick that up and it's like, oh, why is the camera?
Want to know who she is.
Yep.
So for them to throw something like that in would be rather cool of them.
Yeah, I don't think the Snow Queen doesn't want her to know who she is, because if she finds out who she is,
I think she does want her to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure it matters to her right now.
Yeah, she's got what she wanted. She came for the other piece of that mirror, and she got it. Her mirror's put together again.
I mean, I guess that brings up, where did she get the other shards of this mirror? Like, is this her mirror? Like, did she originally have this mirror? Did Heather's camera freeze again? No. I don't know what she's doing. She's distracting me. But, was Sydney's mirror part of, like, the Snow Queen's mirror originally? Like, what do you guys think is going on with this mirror?
I don't know.
She had many mirrors.
In the story, remember I told you that this mirror was used to show the ugly of every mortal. And the immortals wanted to take it up to heaven to tear apart heaven and take over. But as they were carrying it upwards, the mirror got heavier and heavier, and they dropped it, and it fell to earth, and it shattered into like zillions of pieces, and they got stuck inside of people like little shards of people,
Oh, that's right.
And so it's very loosely following that path. I mean, Sydney technically was the mirror.
So you think all the mirrors and stuff that Regina had were part of this mirror, these shards?
I don't think it's just Regina.
If you think about it, there's a lot of fairy tales that have a lot to do with mirrors in them. I mean, you got Alice in Wonderland. You had, you have Snow White. There's others. I know there is.
I mean, don't know where all these other shards came from, because Regina's shard was the last one.
Right. And there was a scene. I mean, she spent a lot of time with Elsa at the castle in Arendelle. How do we know she didn't take one of the shards from there? I mean, that would connect the two of them.
Well, it's funny enough that we still have a few episodes. Like, this episode was Breaking Glass. Episode 8, the one that I said is going to be a double episode, is called Smash the Mirror. And the finale of the Frozen stuff, episode 10, is called Shattered Sight. So there's a lot of references to shattering or breaking mirrors and...
Right.
Well, they're going to have to.
Yeah.
She's got that power now. But we also found out that, Elsa can use her powers and not be scared anymore.
Yes,
finally.
She focused.
She focused.
She knew what she had to do.
Well, David gave her the strength to believe in herself.
Oh, would you stop?
I'm totally going with that. Like, there was a moment, just a small moment, where she was like, ooh.
What I was referring to, not what you're talking about, what I was referring to is when he was talking her down when she was trapped in the ice cave with Emma and taught her to focus her powers because he knew Anna. No, you're talking about that look. You're talking about that look in the apartment.
No, the look was right after that little speech from David.
No.
There is not enough time to set up a love triangle. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen, but there was a hint of a look. Don't question me.
Question you all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw out a random question from chat to you guys. Lee wants to know, now that they mention Asgard, do you think there will be a crossover with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I really fucking hope not.
I hope so.
Wasn't there already kind of one last season with the staff?
What?
Wasn't that wasn't he an Asgardian guard? The guy, what's his face? The professor.
What?
Oh, it was last season.
We're talking about Once Upon a Time and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. crossover.
Yeah. No,
that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Nope, I'm good.
Nope, no.
I would love to see the Marvel universe as like we keep seeing these comic books going down. I would love to see them bump into some of these big iconic superheroes.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
If it happens, I'm disowning once.
I got your back.
It's not gonna happen.
You're telling me that me and Clio are agreeing on something?
Yep.
Somebody mark this down on our calendars.
No, it's not gonna happen. They're too far. They're based too far. They're too far apart.
What do you mean too far?
I don't know. It's just
they're two completely different universes. It's fairy tale and comic book.
And it would have to tie into the MCU, and that would have to be a whole Marvel agree.
Yeah, it just went.
Marvel would have to go and write an entire comic book series before they could even make it a movie or make it a TV show, because that's how Marvel is, and they're not going to do that.
No.
I don't think Marvel's gonna write a whole thing. I mean,
Even if
they
it
would.
was
I can see them doing it.
Yeah, I can see them doing it, but I don't think they would have to bring it into the MCU. Because the MCU is established apart from the comics, so what happens in the comics sort of doesn't matter. They use it as an inspiration point, but
It's gross.
But as Lee is saying, comic books can be considered storybooks, and we know that not every story that's in that book, such as Frankenstein, they go to. Frankenstein does not necessarily is not considered a fairy tale, so to speak.
But that is closer to a fairy tale than the comic books. It's just too different.
No, it's not going to happen.
I'm not gonna say never, but it's unlikely. We'll go with that. Do you guys have anything else for this episode?
Nope.
yes.
Saw the stairs.
So while I was watching this today, I thought of a crazy theory similar to your pan theory, but now I've forgotten what it was. But I was trying to figure out who Lily was in like a storybook universe.
Well, her name's Lillian because that's what her adopted dad called her.
Yeah.
Or was it Lillian or was it Lilith?
She
Lillian.
she introduced herself to Emma as Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And she made a reference to Harry Potter, and her name is Lily.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
God, please don't bring.
I forgot what I thought, and I'm so mad at myself. I should have written it down. It's crazy. My thought, and I was like, "This is some Peter Pan shit right here."
She has something. She is something because the way she is like, I don't belong here. They may be, I don't belong. She just had that.
And she instantly saw something in Emma. Like in the grocery store, she instantly just saw something.
Lily and the Lion, Grimm's Fairy Tale.
Yeah, there's Lily and the Lion from Grimm's Fairy Tale, but I think that's a little too far out there right now.
Oh, but they do bring in that, and then the Lion is also Aslan and Narnia.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's too much. That's too much. Like I said, we only have 5 episodes left of the Frozen storyline. Technically,
but that
6.
doesn't mean that Lily won't carry over.
Yeah.
This is true.
You could drop her for the rest of this
she's
arc
going
and
to go
pick her
find
back
her.
up.
I have a feeling she's going to go try to find her. I have a feeling she's going to try to find her, and then we'll get the story.
She never got a last name or contact or anything.
Well, because she walked away from it. Lily wanted to give her contacts.
I know.
But like we've been saying that there's so far up to this point, there's never been a character that is just randomly thrown at us that has nothing to do with anything that they give a name and like a backstory and spend a lot of time with that is not from fairy tale land. So
yeah, exactly.
Lily has got to be somebody. I'm still going with that. That's why I said we haven't seen the last of her. And if we don't see her again, I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah, I was
really
shocked too. I mean, they made a big deal about the marking on her wrist, and
yeah,
it's
a lot of detail.
They made a big deal out of all this.
We have Sarah in chat saying Tiger Lily. That's a little bit of a stretch because
we had Tiger Lily before.
We did.
We did.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
I mean, we had Neverland.
No, I don't think we never did.
Tiger Lily would have been in Neverland if they were going to use it, and she's typically portrayed as a Native American.
Yeah, I don't think she was white.
Where did I see Tiger Lily being?
Definitely not in Once Upon a Time.
Well, this girl isn't exactly white.
Yeah.
I guess that's true, but she's not exactly Native American looking.
We'll find.
Yeah, but then it's Hollywood. And I don't think there's a lot of choice out there for a Native American young girl.
On IMDb.
I think there are.
On IMDb, Nicole Munoz, who's the girl who plays Lily, is only written for 1 episode so far.
Yeah, well, IMDb isn't the best reliable sources. They're just going to mark it as they see her. But yeah. Anyway, next week the episode is called Family Business. The race is on to track down the elusive Snow Queen, who was once a foster mother to young Emma, whose memories of this event have been erased, in order to discover what her ultimate endgame is for Elsa and the residents of Storybrooke, and unaware that she does not possess the real blade.
There should have been a break.
This is just like a run-on sentence here. And unaware that she does not possess the real blade that controls the Dark One, Belle attempts to use it to get her reluctant husband to show her where the Snow Queen is hiding. Meanwhile, back in the past, Belle travels to Arendelle, and with Anna's help, seeks out Grand Pobby to help her regain her lost memories in order to discover the fate of her mother. So
I think they're gonna bring in the trolls to regain their memories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've already seen the trolls in the past, but this is in back in the past that they're going to visit the trolls this episode.
No, but I think just saying that I think they're gonna have some.
Well, we did already see the trolls in Storybrooke. Well, one troll. We saw the troll statue is in Storybrooke.
Yeah.
They cut to it in not the episode where she was making ice cream at the end, but the episode with or was it the first episode?
I think it was the first episode. They showed him he was in a planter box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So whether or not he's real in Storybrooke is another thing. He could just be sleeping this whole time. Maybe Elsa can wake him if she stumbles across him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I don't know.
You ladies have anything else you'd like to talk about before we end this?
Mm-mm.
I can't think of anything right now.
Man.
You thought of your theory yet? Clio? So she's thought of her theory yet?
Me, no.
You'll think of it as soon as we shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yep.
And I'm gonna all caps put it on the Facebook page. I remember.
Yep. All right. Well,
Let's see.
I think that about wraps things up for us. Oh my god, that was loud. So, Clio, where can people find you?
Find me at
Olaf.
Clio Moto on all the socials, and if you go follow me on Pinterest, and I hit 100 followers, and we do a giveaway, you're gonna get some lotions and friggin' probably a t-shirt.
Puts lotion
Maybe
on
a
the
pillow.
skin, or else
Depends
it
on-
gets the hose again.
No, we're not doing that again. We had an entire half of an episode saying that shit that one time.
What shit?
Rachel,
God
where can the
knows
people
what
find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
Heather, where can the people find you?
On Twitter.
On Twitter, where?
Oh, LARIS_RHEA.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna go to twitter.com and hope I found you.
It's not hard.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find. Usually I pause, and the last couple times that I've been pausing, you guys haven't done it. So now I stopped pausing, and now you do it.
See, that's our game. We just want to interrupt you.
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, G+, MySpace, YouTube, at /ASOTV podcast. For
Sarah,
some more
stop it.
podcast for some of your favorite TV shows.
Where's my creepy face? Here it is.
Until next week,
Tana's friend. Stop.
we'll see you guys later.
Stop putting apostrophes in chat box. They don't work.
No.
Creepy
Nope.
face.
Come on, Tana. No wrecking balls.
Creepy face.
Phenomenon.
No licking hammers.